Greetings, family. Blessings, love, and light. Oh, I hope everybody's doing good, and I hope this year has been going exactly like you would love for it to go, and even better than what you expected. I want to come by and just drop a quick message, right quick, tell you about something that dawned on me today. I was cleaning my room, and something about cleaning my room that just sends me like into a state of therapy. You know, I was vacuuming the floor, and all of a sudden, because I'm constantly thinking about how I could be better, self reflection, trying to work on myself constantly when I'm not focused on something else. And so I'm vacuuming the floor, and I started seeing these mental pictures of relationships, relationships that made me feel or triggered me to feel like I didn't have any value, that had me questioning my self value. And so I was looking at these mental projections, seeing these faces that of people that I've been in relationships with and had dealt with and done things for, and whatever, where I didn't feel that they recognized my value. And so soon as I got onto that, then naturally, because I am focused on being the best that I could be, I just started, like, next thing I know, I was pulling on that rope, pulling on that rope, pulling on that rope, because I was going to get to the bottom. It was like down the rabbit hole. It's time to go down the rabbit hole and get to the bottom of this, because I know I'm valuable. I know I'm priceless. And so what was it that was causing me to feel that these individuals didn't recognize my value based on the way that the relationship went? And so after I started thinking about it, it took me to a point of reflecting back to me an area of discounts. It's like discounts. And so I'm thinking that it was in the business sense, because I have given a lot of discounts to people in business. And then as I'm paying attention to what is manifesting further, it became plain to me that it was not just in business. It was business and personal where I was giving discounts. And so these relationships that I was reflecting on were relationships that, in the name of looking out for somebody, I gave a discount to them. And as a result of that discount, I set the bar for this. This is what I accepted. So the value that I, pre-established before even dealing with them was at this level. But when I dealt with them in the name of looking out for them, I accepted this level. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay. So I accepted a discount. I gave them a discounted rate on the value of what it was that I was offering. Now, that led to seeing how it was impossible for them to understand the value of what it was that I was giving them access to if I reduced the requirement, the bar that I set. If I reduced that in the name of looking out for them, how could I expect them to see the actual value of what it was that they had gained when I reduced the value? People come to you and they do business or they build relationships. Majority of those people are not focused on what you're giving. They're focused on what they're gaining. And so I had this perspective that because I had given people discounts, bonuses, gifts, things like that that were above and beyond what was required to do business in the name of looking out and it, extending, um, you know, some grace and blessing them. I had this perspective that because I was doing that they did not have a right to come to me at a later time and complain about anything. I didn't want to hear anything. And the reason why I felt that way is because I knew what I was giving. I knew the loss that I took to look out for them. So from my perspective, they were being an ungrateful ass because they did not take into accountability that I took a loss to extend something to them that I technically should have required this, but I didn't. I didn't. So because of that, they came to me to complain because I established the terms from the beginning. I lowered my value. I lowered my value. I made it about them. I made it about pleasing them in the name of looking out. And so that is what they remember when they looked at me, when they saw my name. This is someone that I can benefit off of. They weren't looking at it from, this is someone that has shown me a tremendous amount of love. So the discounts, discounting your required investment, discounting what you have determined your value as, the bar that you set, professionally or personally. When you discount something, you're going to attract discount-minded people. And those people are never going to want to pay you what you're worth or see you in the light of your worth because you came in the door giving them a discount. I thought it was good business to look out for people and give discounts. But when you do that, you reduce yourself. You reduce yourself. Once you give somebody a discount, every time they deal with you, they're going to expect you to be on sale. Know your worth. Like the older women used to say, if you ain't for sale, take your sign down. So that feeling of not feeling valued was because everything is about me, meaning all of my interactions only reflect back to me areas that I need to pay attention to. And so having these relationships where I didn't feel valued and recognizing that I came in the door reducing my value, overextending myself, jumping through hoops. You know, the thing about when you jump through hoops for people, they expect you to jump every time they got their hoop out. So my mom used to say all the time, don't start doing nothing that you don't want to keep doing. Because you're going to have to keep doing it and keep doing it. Dealing with people. You come in the door doing something, you're going to have to continue to keep doing it because that is what you set the foundation of the relationship on. And so, because of the terms that I set the ground rules. We teach people how to treat us. I set the ground rules they acted on those ground rules. And the entire relationship, I mean, I look at it and they never did anything for me without benefiting. Never. Every single thing that they did for me, there was a benefit attached. I made sure of it. They never did anything for me out of the kindness of their heart, just because. It was always a benefit attached. And so that's not them. That's not them. It's never about the pusher. It's always about the button. When I got tired and rolled myself up from being the doormat, I wanted to recalibrate or reestablish the terms of the relationship, but it don't work. Because once you start doing something for someone, they're going to expect you to keep doing that. And when you try to backtrack and reestablish it after there's been, bricks laid upon that relationship, on that foundation, it's going to crumble because they're expecting you to deal with them like this. And if you start dealing with them other than the way that you've been dealing with them, they're going to say you changed or whatever the case is. But they're never going to have a clear memory of all of the love that you've shown them. The second you stop, they got amnesia. They got amnesia about all the love you showed. None of that matters. Because they want what they want on the terms that you established. And since you're not doing that anymore, it's going to cause a problem. There are some people that only buy certain brands when they go on sale. In fact, I had somebody the other day, not too long ago, tell me about a course that I'm offering and say to me, well, I just wait till it go on sale again. I was like, what? Really? But that was real. Why buy it at full price if I'm going to throw it on sale? If I'm going to discount it? That makes no sense because people are always thinking about how they can maximize and get the most. They're not thinking about what you're giving. They're not thinking about the value of it. They're thinking about their interpretation of what it is that you have to offer. And that interpretation is connected to the investment required. So when you lower your required investment, it diminishes your value in their perspective. They may say they understand how much it's worth or whatever, but because they didn't really put a lot of skin in the game like you were requiring at first, they're more focused on what they're gaining than what you've given. So remember, anytime you give somebody a discount, every time they deal with you, you're going to always have to be on sale. Keep your value. Don't lower yourself for nobody. Don't do it in the name of being humble. And don't have overinflated conceit. Your value is priceless. Hold your ground. Those that are supposed to deal with you, that honor you, that recognize the gift that you are, they're going to meet that value. They're going to step up. Those that don't even worry about them because they're going to go looking for somebody else until they find somebody that's in their price range or budget. Good, because I ain't her. Keep your value high. I love you. Thank you for listening. And remember, you are priceless. Divinity is your identity. I'm out. Sasha Spade.